Excuse me, ma'am. You can't bring your dog inside the grocery store. There's a sign.
This dog is a tiny dog. It's smaller than a regular dog. So tiny, it could be a baby. Looks like you allow the babies, so you allow this tiny dog.
Yeah, a dog is not a baby. So unless it's like a service animal or something.
It's a service animal.
Fuck.
So, some idiot left this comment on my most recent video, which thank you guys for all commenting. Even this person. And I pinned it for a reason, because this is the exact reason why I have zero respect for any person that uses a service dog. I don't care if you have a service dog. Your method of assistance is not going to affect other people in any way. I don't care how often you wash your mutt. I don't even believe that you wash your mutt, because who is supervising this? I made a response to this comment. I feel like my question was reasonable, and I gave it a bit of time to see if they would get back to me, and they didn't, unsurprisingly. So I'm just going to go over this comment right now, and I will just ask anybody watching this video if you feel like this is something that should be allowed with service mutts. This person is called Federal Service Dog Registry is a must. Oh, but wait, I thought there was no service dog registry. I thought you don't need paperwork. So, we already know that this person is full of crap. They say disabled people have the right to have their medical equipment, which are service dogs, which are not jokes, that are federally protected disability medical equipment. Yeah, technically you're right, and that's exactly what the problem is. Because if you look at the service dog laws in other countries, they don't recognize service dogs in this way, because they're not necessary. It's the year 2023, you idiot. Get something else. And I want to reference this article, and this is from a dog worship website, okay? It says, less than 1% of Americans living with disabilities use service dogs. They will come up with excuses like, there aren't enough service dogs to fulfill everyone's needs. No. The reason why 99% of Americans living with disabilities don't have service dogs is because they're not worth it. What makes you think that you are even capable of taking care of a dog if you are so disabled you've resorted to a primitive and obsolete method of assistance? So as a disabled person who uses a service dog, I have rights, and I'm disabled, and they need to treat us disabled people with respect. Okay, I don't necessarily disagree, but what level of respect are you treating other people? Because you can't go around demanding respect and then treat other people like crap. That's not how this works. But this next line is what I really want you guys to focus on, because this is exactly why I speak out against service dogs, even legit service dogs, even though there are no legit service dogs. They say, so fuck people with allergies and those people, and everyone needs to bow down to us disabled people and treat us like we are royal and stop treating us like subhuman scum trash. If anybody is treating you like subhuman scum trash, I don't think it's because you're disabled. I think you're just a jerk that has no respect for anybody around you. Nobody needs to bow down and treat anybody like royalty. You don't need to be treated like that if you're disabled. People should treat disabled people with respect, but if you're disabled and you have no respect for anybody else, you don't deserve any level of accommodation or respect. And here we get into the part where they start talking about how horrible children are. They say, we need laws banning children and babies from restaurants, planes, and everywhere possible because they noise and hear and tease our service dogs, placing us in danger. I highly doubt that. You see, they always say that kids distract their service dog or whatever, that they go up and pet their service dog. I really don't believe that. Because most children are afraid of dogs, and these stupid adults need to make their child pet the dog. Hey, come pet the dog, child. Oh, don't be afraid of this carnivore that has sharp teeth that are designed to rip flesh off bones. They always blame children, every time, because they don't have the patience, empathy, or understanding to love someone that was not genetically engineered and bred to have mindless loyalty. So, when they start to insult children, that's how you know that these people are full of it. They say, I'm glad the laws and ADA protect our service dog. Bite a stupid child in its ugly child face. With that sentence alone, this is why I have no respect for anybody that has a service dog. Because it allows people like this to exist, and they can get away with it. They say, because the laws and ADA that service dogs are disabled medical equipment that keeps disabled me safe and alive, and animal control can't take it away because it bit a child. As usual, these people have horrible grammar, terrible orthography. I'm not too surprised, though. They say, my dog has several child bites under here collar. On the back of my wheelchair, it states, keep the child away from service dog. Keep child away from service dog. It's federally illegal to allow a child to harass a service dog. If your crotch fruit is bit, oh well. This is why I hate these people. I don't care if you're disabled. This is not okay. This is the reason why I make the videos that I make, and this is why I say service dogs are a joke. This person is basically proving my point that service dogs are a joke, and only entitled assholes use them. And if your dog bites anybody, it can get taken away. I have a hard time believing if this person actually has a dog that has bitten people. Because if your dog is out of control and acting aggressively, that's not a service dog. And service dogs can't be trained to be aggressive or attack. They can only be trained to defend their owner against, oh, surprise, surprise, another dog. They say, my service dog has several child bites under her service collar, and animal control can't take her away. I can't be charged or sued if my dog bites a child, or anyone for that matter, harassing her because she has patches on her saying, stay back and do not pet. So whoever is bit, it's their fault. And if a child is bit, well, that's the parent of the child. Well, it's the parent of the child for not having a leash on their crotch fruit. My response to this was simple. I asked, what task has your service dog been trained to perform for your disability? I wanted so badly to just go off on this person and call them subhuman trash. But you may be surprised to see that I can be civil and reasonable even when the other person isn't. I never found out what their service dog is trained to perform because federal SD registry is a must. Never responded, and this was the last I ever heard from them. I'm going to go through some of the comments because they are pretty good, or the responses to this comment. Tom Quixote responds to my question with, it bites children, apparently, to the joy and pride of the owner, if their deranged ramblings are to be taken at face value, that is. So, it's just like what Animal on Control was saying. Anyone can go into a grocery store that doesn't allow pets and say, yes, it's a service dog, and the task it's trained to perform for my disability is to delete little kids. And they'll be like, okay, right this way. Jerks. Nine Fire says, he literally called people under the age of 18 crotch fruit. Like, what is this ageist chapter for? It's because it's not enough that dogs are better than children, or that they say dogs are better than children. It's that children have to be lower than them. Raising children takes patience and empathy. Raising a dog requires you to just beat it until it behaves. Pin of shame. This person asks, why not get a muzzle for your dog fitted by a veterinarian? It's because they enjoy it when their dog attacks people. If we are to believe any of this, they like it when their dog attacks people. This is why I don't really have any respect for anybody that speaks highly of dogs in any way, because these are the type of people that service dogs create. And no, you don't need a service dog. I don't care what condition you have. A dog is not the answer, and if you have any type of condition or illness, say diabetes for example, nowhere on any article that talks about treatment methods for diabetes will ever say a service dog is an option of treatment. It's not. It is a joke. It's a crutch. It accomplishes nothing that technology can't. I guess aside from having sex with it, and I feel like that is the only reason why people have service dogs around. They'll make all types of excuses, come up with all bullshit reasons, but I think it really boils down to the fact that if they don't have the service dog, they're not going to be able to have sex with it. What else could it possibly be?